सेशन में वीडियो.
Good morning, everybody. I, Rajkumar Sharma, and my friend Mr. Balla are going to give you a brief overview about Linux administration, which we had done in Linux World Jaipur. Linux World is a government-registered organization which deals with training and organizing development program for talented youth of our society. It conducts training camps for our students. Some historical facts about Unix and Linux. In 1969, Unix was developed by AT&T and its 6th edition was introduced in 1975. Linux was introduced by Linus Benedict, who was a second-year student of computer science in University of Helsinki. Red Hat Linux was introduced in 1994. Some major distributors of Linux like Coral, Turbo, Debian, Vector, Red Hat. In present time, many industries and organizations are using Linux as an operating system because of its many advantages, like it's a virus proof, it's a crash proof, hack proof, it provides many servers, it is economic, and it is an open source software. On the basis of some basic features, we have made some comparison between Windows 9X, NT and Linux. On the basis of security, 9X is poor while others are good. On security, Linux is excellent while others are good. Hardware support of Linux is poor. Basic architecture of file and directory system. On the top of the diagram, here is a slash, which is the main directory, and the main dev, extra, home, root are subdirectories which contain specific files. Like slash bin contains binary files, slash etc contains configuration files, slash user contains shareable files between users, slash temp contains template files. Now some administrative tasks like managing users, groups, and related files. We can add or delete users. We can add any user to any group. We can delete any group. We can give password to any user. These are the files through which we can do shadow, grub files. Second task is configuring system software. Scheduling jobs. It can be done by two methods, add and cron tab. Add is a temporary scheduling, while by cron tab we can do permanent scheduling. Fourth one is backup, restore, and compression tools. For backup we use tar function. For restore we use tar -xvl and backup name. We can compression. We can use for compression. We can use Egypt, and for uncompression we can use Genzip. The last is we can set permission to any file so that any user can access it or not. Linux supports three attributes, mainly read, write, execute, which is specified for three levels: user, groups, and others. In this example, the first column shows the permission of directory letters. In the colored text, the first block D is for directory, that the letters is a directory. The red three blocks R, W, X is for read, write, and execute. The blue are for groups that we have assigned to read and execute for the groups. That groups can only read and execute. It can't write to it. And the yellow one is for others that others can only execute, can't read or can't write. Now the further will be computed by my friend Allah.
My name is Yash Balla. Here are some of the Linux commands we use. Init 6 to restart, init 0 for shutdown, dates as the current time, ls the long listing of file, echo and cat for file creations, rm for remove, and so on. Now we further describe about the service provided by the Linux. There are the basic three services which are provided by the Linux is FTP, another one is NFS, and the last one is the Telnet. FTP basically divided into two ways. First one is authentication and second one is anonymous. Authentication, in this a valid user can only use this protocol. And anonymous, it does not require any IP address or it's required IP address, but it not required any valid username and password. NFS, it is used for sharing file on a network which is used by the client afterwards. And after that, Telnet. Telnet is a network protocol used by the internet or local area network to provide a bidirectional interactive communication facility. Basically, Telnet is the remote login.
बारह
Linux networking. For networking, first your hardware must be properly configured. Your network card should have been set up during the Linux installation or after the installation. After setting up the network and connecting the cables, set up the network running the commands at config. While setting up this, we ensure that we do not use this IP address because this is the IP address of the
रोल नंबर से बुला रहा है मैं जो
in which
रोल नंबर से
if we go through this IP address, then
हो चुका पहले
mixer.
हो चुका कल
Here the what is IP? All of the IP is an address of the
दोबारा
system
दूंगा
through which the particular
आज दोबारा दूंगा
communicate and sharing
दोबारा दूंगा आज
of
दोबारा
their transactions. There are two types of IP: static IP and dynamic IP. Static IP is for permanent IP address, and dynamic IP is provided by the DHCP server. And here is the classes defined by the IPs. Class A, Class B, and classes having the size of 8 bits, 16 bits, and 24 bits. Meaning of server. Server, a computer or a device or a network that manages the network resources, or a server is the computer that provides the service used by the other computers. Server is a computer program that has an associated client program. This might run on the same computer or in another network computer. There are some managed services. NIS is for Network Information Services, Samba Service, Apache Services, Mail Server, DNS, and DHCP, which are those we use in Linux. First is Network Information Services. As you see in this graph, this figure, there are the two networks, manufacturer documents and the sales documents, and these are two connected to a particular servers S2 and S3. Basically, an NIS server is a server which communicate the information about the networks and the computers through which it is connected. See, in this figure, OS is the main server which stores all the information like find the systems and 129.44.11 is the IP address of that system. If in the workstation of find moving once you require any information from the server, then it gives it. After that, we have a Samba server.